Welcome to another episode of The Latest to Admire. Today, I am so happy to have a conversation with musician Tristan. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
Um, so how has social media and TikTok in particular affected your songs?
It's an interesting question. I really try not to let sort of the market in this era, which would be TikTok mainly, affect too much of what I make. I kind of just make what I love and what I want to make, really just genuinely. But after I make it, then I sort of look, okay, which part of this song would be the best for TikTok? Sort of after the fact, then I review the song and sort of find the best part.
Wow. Yeah, are there any challenges to releasing music on social media?
Releasing music, no, it's actually, it's easier than ever to just get things out there. Really anybody can do it, I'm
Yeah.
in the studio right now and I can upload it. I could finish a song right now and upload it on my computer the second I finish it, which is really cool. There's certainly challenges to standing out on the internet, and since everybody can do it, then it's more competition, I guess. But the act of actually doing it is easier than ever, I would say.
Wow. Yeah. I love your necklace, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love your music. Where do you find inspiration for your songs?
Thank you. Really, like lyrically, I guess I would say it's just life experience. And then, as far as style and, the instrumentation and whatnot, it's just sort of an amalgamation of everything I listen to. I really just try to combine things. I mean, it's a funny way to put it, but I think of it like a smoothie. You know what I mean? It's like you take your favorite ingredients, you take chocolate, peanut butter, bananas, blueberries, whatever, and you put it all into one thing and you have a new smoothie versus just sort of a plain version of it. You combine it all and then it becomes its own thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a funny way to put it, but it is helpful to explain it that way.
Yeah, I love that. Um, is there a song, either of yours or someone else's, that always brings a tear to your eye?
Oh, that's a really good question. There's a couple. I'll say first of mine, I have a song called Father, which is about my dad who passed away. That one definitely I can't really listen to it. I kind of made it for the sake of I needed to make it, not as much as something I want to listen back to. And then of someone else's, I would say ROS by Mac Miller. That song really gets me. Um, there's probably some more, but that's a good two right there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's so many songs for me that will just I can't listen to without crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm so sorry to hear about your dad.
that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Like about myself.
Yes.
Um, I probably have way too much coffee in my system. I don't know how that would impact anybody else, but that would definitely be up there. Like contains high levels of caffeine. That would probably be my warning label.
I like that one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm in the studio all week this week, so it's definitely a lot of coffee this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so what is the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Hmm. Honestly, I would say learning to sing. I grew up playing instruments my entire life, whole family, all musicians, but no singers. So like cousins, uncles, grandparents, everybody plays an instrument. Um, nobody sings. So it was kind of like a joke in our family that we had a curse that no one could sing. But I was writing songs for the bands I was in growing up, and I always felt the need to sing them because I was like, well, these are my songs. I kind of want to like do that part too. So I still every day do my exercises and sing as much as I possibly can. But I really went from not being able to sing at all when I was 18, 19 to that being what I do now. So I really spent a lot of time doing vocal exercises and pushing through sounding bad to be able to sound pretty good, I hope.
Oh wow. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I am pop culture obsessed and I go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching.
hmm
Is there a show that you're currently obsessed with?
I'm actually, that's funny. I'm so bad at watching shows and movies. Like I've seen, like if you like named every classic movie, I've seen like two of them. It's pretty bad. I'm trying to think of if there is a show that I like want to watch or have seen a little bit of that I'd like to watch more of. Oh my God. Yeah, I got nothing. Like I like barely watch TV and it's a lot of like YouTube and podcasts and just music stuff.
Wow, yeah. Well, what's your favorite podcast?
There's quite a few. I love Rick Rubin's podcast, of course, but I would say right now, and it's music related, so it would fit in this context, would be And the Writer Is. It's songwriter Ross Golan, I think is his name. He's written a bunch of huge
Oh,
pop songs, and he interviews other people in the industry and writers. And I really like, I just love that podcast. I love the way he talks to people.
oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'll have to go and listen to it now.
Yeah, I hope to be on it one day. Fingers crossed.
Yes. Yeah. Um, yeah, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
Interesting. I've never heard that question in any interview that I've done or anybody else has done. That's a really good question. Like genre of movie. Um, I would hope like motivational, like inspirational documentary kind of thing, maybe. I haven't, jumped out of any planes or anything crazy. It wouldn't be like Mission Impossible, Like it would basically just be a guy in a studio like every day nonstop. So yeah, hopefully like an inspirational music documentary, I guess.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, I've always wanted my life story to be both a musical and a rom-com.
Interesting. That'd be
Oh,
good. Yeah.
yeah, my best friend always gives me a hard time with I love rom-coms. They're some of my favorite movies and he always gives me a hard time about that. So,
Hey, look, I get it. They're so calming, like you can't really be in a
exactly.
bad mood if you're watching a rom-com. Like those
Yeah.
2000s rom-coms too. They're so good.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
You get
I get it. I try.
it.
I have seen some of those.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Home Again?
Who's in that?
Reese Witherspoon?
Like, if I saw like a clip of it, probably because like me and my mom, she would always put movies like that on when I was a kid. So probably as a kid.
Okay, well, this one came out in 2017.
Never mind. I definitely haven't seen it then.
Okay.
Definitely haven't seen it then. I just assumed they were all from like 2005.
Yeah.
I'll have to check
Well,
that one out.
yes, I highly recommend that one. That's one of my all-time favorites.
Okay,
So,
I will check it out.
okay. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think.
I got you. Yeah, I'll watch it and I'll send you a message with my thoughts.
Oh, yes, thank you. I look forward to
Yeah.
it. Um, is there a song that you are currently obsessed with?
Oh, that is a good question. Yeah, Grace by Jeff Buckley.
Hmm.
Incredible song. That whole album I've been listening to pretty much nonstop, but that song in particular, it's so good.
If you had the opportunity to put a message on a billboard for everyone to see, what would it be?
That's a really good question. Um, and not to sound like too cliche or corny or anything, but just something just like love or peace, just one of the two. Like I just think if that, like if you were driving down the street and every billboard you saw and every advertisement you saw was something positive and uplifting, I think even subconsciously people would just be much kinder to each other, much happier,
Yeah.
versus like buy this drink or buy that or go here or go there. If it was just like have a nice day or like somebody loves you or just like these, kind messages around every city, I think day-to-day life, everyone would be a lot kinder to each other.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to see those billboards.
Yeah, we should definitely figure out how to get all of one city in the world to just change all the billboards just to like
Yes.
really nice quotes.
Definitely, yes. Yeah, there's one of my favorite shows. It's called A Million Little Things, and in the second episode of the very first season, there's one of the characters that he says love each other. And
Mhm.
that has just always stuck with me. So what you're saying that yeah, like to see that on a
Yeah.
billboard.
That would be the perfect, just that billboard. Just love each other. If that was all it said, it's all we need.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should definitely work to get these billboards
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
there. Yeah. Um, so, um, I'm so sorry, I just completely lost my spot
You're good, you're
with
good.
my questions.
No worries at all.
Um, what subject could you give a TED Talk on that you were totally unqualified to give a talk on?
Wait. Which one would I want to, even though I'm not qualified?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good question. Um, this might be the hardest question. I gotta think about what I really care about that I know nothing about. You know what I mean? Like that's like
Yeah.
the duality of it. Um, Probably like peanut M&Ms. Like I love peanut M&Ms with a burning passion, but I know nothing about, how they're made or I don't know like what I would even say in a TED Talk about them, but I would just be up there eating peanut M&Ms, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they're great. But I know
Yeah.
nothing about how the company works or anything, but
Yeah. I like that. I'd like to see that TED Talk.
yeah, just be me standing there, no words, just eating peanut M&Ms on stage, and then I just walk
Yeah.
off, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a great TED Talk.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. Um, so is there a show or movie that you find yourself quoting more often than you would like?
Ooh. It's funny because like, I've seen so few movies probably relative to like the average person, but um that means I quote the same ones way more. Probably Borat. I probably quote Borat way too much or yeah, that's probably it. Probably
I
it.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, my brain is just filled with just show and movie quotes that in any situation I can reference. So
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that quote Seinfeld like with each other all the time, and I'll be like with them and they'll quote it, and I like, haven't seen enough of it to understand. I'm
mm,
like, what language are you? Because it's very specific. It's like these
yeah,
very like specific Seinfeld references, and I'm just like,
yeah.
what are you guys talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of scenes that something will like I'll be with my mom and my sister and like something will happen and I'll just start laughing thinking about like relating it to this one scene from like Will and Grace or
Yeah,
The New Adventures of Old Christine, which are two of my favorite shows, and I will not be able to stop laughing just thinking about them.
that's awesome.
So yeah. So if you ever do watch a show and just wanna laugh, I highly recommend Will and Grace or The New Adventures of Old Christine.
I'll check them out. I'll add it to the list with the was it Home Again? Is that the name of the movie?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll add it to the list with those.
So I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the one that spoke to me is your season of upheaval isn't the end of your story, it's the start of your awakening. Um, is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Hmm. Well, one, I love the quote you just shared. Is there one that's inspired me recently? I like kind of have them all spinning in my head. Sometimes they kind of pop up when they need to. You know, you listen to enough books or podcasts or whatever, and they kind of stick with you. Um, this one is going to be the funniest one for sure because of where it comes from. But it's just keep swimming from Finding Nemo, just Dory, because it's just like, whenever there's stuff going on in your life, or you're really busy, or you're trying to get all this done, or you're just whenever there's a lot going on, that's kind of the one solution in my mind, other than like if you need to take a break, is just keep swimming, just keep going.
Yeah,
Try not to think about it too much. Try not to let yourself get overwhelmed. Just keep swimming.
yeah,
And it's calming because when you say that quote, you think of Dory from Finding
yeah,
Nemo. So it's very calming then because it's like,
yes.
you see Dory in your mind.
Yeah, definitely. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Um, well, that was my final question for you. I've had so much fun talking with you. I so appreciate your joining me. So thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me and for reaching out. This was awesome. It's a great time.
Thank you. Yeah, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. You too.
Thank you. And that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest to Admire.